Well, hello there, Divine Masculine. Hi, sweet honey, sugar lumps. How you doing? Listen, happy Mother's Day. I'm going to tell you why. Because without Divine Masculine would be no Mother's Day. Am I right? Am I right? That's where I'm coming from today. All right, so welcome to Behind the Black Veil, where we get a more intimate look at the mysteries of our lives. There are many layers of meaning in my readings. I'm going to touch on a few of those. It may or may not resonate. Try to hear me and feel me. For best results. Sometimes the roles can be reversed, and viewer discretion is advised. All right, Divine Masculine. Today we're going to concentrate on the fact that Divine Feminine loves you. That's what we're going to concentrate on today. We love Divine Masculine. Long live the king. You a king, you know it. King already, you know it. Come on now. Top everything, you know it. All right? Absolutely. Be your own king. Make nobody come rule your world. Okay? Come on now. That's what I'm talking about. Absolutely. Divine Masculine ancestors, what you want to tell Divine Masculine today? All righty then. Look at here. They say, hey, brother, how you doing, baby? Absolutely. Here's the ancestors reaching out to give you a pound. That's what we give out in our neighborhood. We give out pounds. They reaching out to give you a pound. Look at that. They say, hey, brother, how you doing, brother? You know, you dig it? Absolutely. There you go. The ancestors love you, brother. That's what they said. We love you. Divine Masculine, you the king. I know that's right. I know that's right. Fantastic. Reaching out for an opportunity to connect, divine timing. They said it's your time. They said it's your time, Emperor. Absolutely. That's what time it is. It's your time. Okay? It's whose time? It's the Emperor's time. I know that's right. All right. Look at here. Do the right thing, do the divine work, make the right moves. That's what it's about, Divine Masculine. Okay. Respect. Put respect where it's due. Respect for women's affairs. All right. Put respect on Divine Feminine name. Sudden come up. Boom. Sudden change. All right. And growth that comes from it. The growth that comes from it. Go ahead. Go ahead, ancestors. Look at there. Temperance angel. How you doing, Temperance angel? Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Doing what you and you only can do. Right there. Walking your path. Your path is clear. Ancestors are ready, set to guide you on your path so that you can remain on a clear path and make all the right moves. Yeah, see, because they said when you're doing the right thing, Divine Masculine, you see it's very important. It affects the whole bloodline. See here with the ancestor card. Okay, I mean, that's not the ancestor card, but that's the ancestors in that card, right? So they said when you're the master of the head, you you you're doing right by us. You see what I'm saying? And when you do right by us, you're the master of the head. You see what I'm saying? Self mastery. Okay, so this came up for Divine Feminine. Look at there. They love you. Divine Feminine loves you. The ancestors love you. You will love. You just love is everywhere for you. Okay, love is everywhere. Look at here. The grace and mercy of safe passage up under your clear path. Do you feel me? Guided by the Spirit. Can you even see that? Hold on. Guided by the Spirit. Yeah, the Creator said, I got you, baby. I got you. You ain't got shit to worry about. Stick with me, and I'll get you where you're going, Divine Masculine. Stick with me. That's what the ancestor said, and that's what the creator said. And it looked like divine feminine is holding the torch so you could see. So you could see your way down the pathway. Yeah, that's no doubt the sun. The sun is shining. That's divine feminine, being just like the creator and everything. That's right. Absolutely. That's right. It look here like divine feminine's job is to keep you with your feet on the ground. Keep you with a clear head and to remind you that you a king already, you know it. That's her job, right? And if you follow divine feminine, all right, I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to hurt you. I don't know if this hurts your feelings because I know y'all be struggling with things like that. Divine feminine is the light. So when they say go towards the light, you see what I'm saying? That's divine feminine. If there's no light, then that's not God talking. Okay? That's all I'm saying. All right? So they're saying this is the right thing to do. This is the right thing to do. It's all about clear perception. That's what the dynamic is between you and divine feminine. Her job is to keep your perception clear. You dig it? And then you have clear perception, and now you're taking on, you're adding a new layer to what it means, to what the truth is, what reality is. Once you know it, it's game on. You know what I'm saying? It's God's plan is in full action. You see what I'm saying? Karma, though, had to be paid because there was some sort of disrespect somewhere. That's all. Okay? And that's got to be paid for. All right? So God has not forsaken you. This is a matter of divine timing for you to learn how to respect divine timing and for you to learn how to respect the divine law. Do the right thing, do the divine work. The ancestors riding us like a chariot. You have to do what they say. That's what your will has to be plugged into in order to get the good outcomes when you make decisions. If you want the good outcomes, you have to have the foundation for good outcomes. You got to have a belief system that's rooted in correctness. You see what I'm saying? And a true divine feminine is going to demonstrate what is correct. Queen of Swords. That's legal. That's a law thing right there. Okay? Got to respect the law. Put some respect on my name. Respect for women's affairs. You have to demonstrate to people, how do you treat the divine feminine? You see what I'm saying? Because the divine feminine represent God's plan. You see what I'm saying? That's what she represent, God's plan. So you represent the protective framework for God's plan. You have to protect God's plan. Make sure God's plan goes off without a hitch. Just so much as you possibly can. Right? Because that's what they was talking to divine feminine about. Like you have to do only as much as you can do. That's all that's expected of you. You don't have to do it all. Just do what you can do to do the right thing and to be the master of yourself and to see things clearly and to have clear perception and to have respect with the divine feminine so you could gain the insights psychically to protect you from the karma. Do you feel me? It's like, what would Barack be without a woman like Michelle? You need that bitch. You dig what I'm saying? Excuse me. Okay? You need Miss Michelle. All right? Pardon me. Happy Mother's Day to Miss Michelle. You know what I mean? They're not perfect people, but they demonstrated something of quality to us, to all the humans. Do you feel me? Now, Barack wouldn't have did nothing but got himself in trouble without Michelle. He would have got with some questionable bitch. You dig what I'm saying? That's pretty or some shit, right? And she would have seemed like the perfect bitch, right? In the beginning. Am I right? All the bells and whistles. Then this man would have been involved in a scandal. You know it. You know it and I know it. Okay? You need the Empress. like Barack need Michelle. See what I'm saying? Because see, Michelle know how to operate on her own. She know how to behave on her own. You ain't got to school her. We ain't got to get our story straight. Michelle is right on cue, all by herself without a reference point. She know how to have her man back. That's how you know who's the empress. See what I'm saying? And that's how you know you need an empress, because she keep your feet on the ground. She keep you in a position of authority. See what I'm saying? The divine feminine would never remove you from authority, so never try to remove her from authority. You see what I'm saying? And so I don't feel like they're saying this in a bad way. I feel like they're saying, hey, brother, how you doing? You know, and maybe some of the challenges or difficulties that you've had or that your species has had, you know, they want to touch on some of those. So maybe you don't know what the divine feminine is for, or maybe some of you don't really know what a woman is for, or the proper way to use a woman. Not abuse, use, okay? It's nothing wrong with use. We use forks, we use chairs and tables. Nothing wrong with use. It's abuse that's the problem. See what I'm saying? So, you know, to answer to that, you know, principle, not that you've been abusing anyone, but maybe, I don't know. Okay, but I'm just saying, this is to answer to, you know, how the proper way to do it and why, you know, why should you? So, using words to remove obstacles. You may want to talk to someone. Okay? You may want to talk to someone. They have to be a big deal in order for us to be discussing them in this reading. Okay? So, here's major arcana. Okay, let's get the majors down. Major arcana, major arcana. So they're feeling like this is a major time. This is your time, divine masculine. This is your time. It's time for you to do you. Yeah. It's time for you to get on this boat, this ferry. Yeah, you got places to be and people to see, look like here. And you have some statements you'd like to make, look like here. Yeah. Okay, so the karma is paid, look like here. The karma is paid because divine timing. Here's the stormy weather. Here's the separation. Here's the karma. It's bittersweet. It wasn't fun, but it's paid. I get generational karma because this is your ancestors in particular reaching out. That's what this card represents. So the bloodline karma, the generational karma, okay, it looked like the karma's paid. I want to say that this is not official. It's not official, but it is actual. It's not official yet until this lady is not there. She's got to be down here somewhere or, you know, over there. If she's up here, it's still a factor. So, you know, it's like somebody telling you that you can go home. You're a military veteran. You know, they come to you on the field and they're like, all right, you know, they're sending you home. Go back, you know, talk to such and such and so and so. They'll, you know, debrief you, tell you what's up, whatever, you know, whatever it is, whatever's the process. So you haven't gone through the process, but this is them tapping you on the shoulder on the battlefield, like, hey, son, you going home. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Like for you, the war is over. I don't know if the war is over, but for you, the war is over. Karma's paid. Karma's paid. Okay? You free to go. Okay? All right, fantastic. Let's go deeper. Let's go deeper. Doing the right thing, doing the divine work, carrying the weight of our ancestors. 10 of Cups, they appreciate that weight you carried, brother. You carried a lot of weight, apparently. Yeah. I get the sensation of pack mule. Yeah. Yeah. You've been living out part of your life as a pack mule. Lot of weight on your back. A lot of weight. I want to say responsibility. but I don't exactly know that these were your responsibilities in particular, but these were responsibilities that you adopted one way or the other. Maybe they were yours, maybe they weren't, but you adopted these. And in your adoption, it was this, it was karma. It was generational karma. So it was like, white people, listen to me. Like, you know how black people be mad at y'all for what your ancestors did, you know? And then you're sitting there like, whoa, I just came outside to get a fucking smart water. Like, you feel me? Like, bitch, I'm just trying to go to the gym, or, like I was just going to Starbucks, you know what I'm saying? Kind of thing. Like, you're trying to be regular, like a regular person, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, shout out to black people. I'm not saying that your feelings don't matter. That's not at all what I'm saying. But just white people, I do see y'all, and I could just imagine, like from like if I was white, my point of view and how I would feel if somebody was accusing me of a crime that I didn't have really nothing directly to do with it, you know what I'm saying, kind of thing. And it's like every time you say that, people are like, you don't get it, you're a fucking asshole, you know what I'm saying? So I'm okay. So this is the sensation that I get because, a lot of the dynamics between black people and white people play out in the dynamics between men and women, right? So, so it's a similar rift, and it's a similar challenge in that we never can seem to get onto the same page about this shit. You know what I'm saying? So here's the significance of it being your time, divine masculine. If the significance of it being your time is it means your time in right relationship with God. It means your time in your divine office, living out the plan as the creator has designed it for you, and therefore being in alignment with all of your counterparts, your the child and father, the father and mother, the husband and wife, or you know what I'm saying, like whatever that it is, the child and mother in terms of your parentage, and all of that. So I get the sensation that now that you've paid this karma and you've carried all this weight, that was something that you had put upon you, like with the white people and what their ancestors have done. I mean, the white people as we know them. I'm sorry, that's such a generic name to call you guys, but it is what it is. Black, white, whatever it is. But my point being that it's something that is truly upon you. It's not an imaginary thing. It is truly upon you. Okay, it's real. And your frustration is absolutely legitimate. But at the same time, generational karma is also real, in that it has to be addressed. It has to be played out, and it has to be paid. And that's why it's so important to do the right thing and to do the divine work, because the next generation will have to pay for whatever you left undone, or for whatever you did that wasn't supposed to be done, And so hence, just like climate change, and then what our children are inheriting when they come to this planet, they didn't have nothing to do with it. Me and you didn't fucking barely have nothing to do with it. You feel me? I mean, some of us that's alive did have something to do with it, though. Let's keep that real too. Okay, somebody is directly responsible. You know what I'm saying? So my point being, you no longer have to carry the weight that you didn't generate on your own. You know what I'm saying? Now you're free to just carry the weight of your own body, master of the head, doing what you and only you can do, walking your own path. Self mastery, know thyself. See what I'm saying? Now you are fully free to inhabit your own body, your own life, your own will, your own destiny. The world is your motherfucking oyster. Do you feel me? I said king already, you know it. Okay? Is all I'm saying. Okay? So now you can carry your own weight. And it's not so heavy now that you know what it is to carry everybody else's weight. Now just carrying your weight is not such a big deal. Am I right? And that's why the growth had to take place. Okay, so it would be no big deal for you to be the emperor. Okay, fantastic. In terms of no big deal, in terms of you can pull it off with flying colors, no big deal. Okay, fantastic. Yeah, look, you have given, you have given, my king, you have given. You have overgiven. You have given more than enough, my king. That's what I see here. Do you feel me? And when you do the right thing and do the divine work, the Creator's going to pay you in 10 cups, my friend, for all that emotional energy you lost or you gave. You will be repaid in 10 cups straight from heaven. That's right. Your ancestors is going to serve it to you because you carried the weight for the bloodline. They appreciate that. That's what they needed you to do. They needed you to get rid of this fucking karma. Get rid of this. Get this off our record. Get this off our name. Do you feel me? Let us go further. Listen, listen, listen. Emperor. Feel me? Master of the head. Now you know. Now you know who you are. Bloodline legacy. The answers, I don't know what you've been learning lately. Okay, divine masculine. But I'm going to tell you this. The ancestors are like, yes. Yes, son. Like that. Okay? Somewhere you've been doing the right thing somewhere. Okay? I don't know where. All right? But you've been doing the right thing somewhere. And they appreciate that shit. They really do. Because when you meet your obligations, I guess you had to fall from the throne perhaps. Right? Because you know, boys are made from frogs and snails and puppy dog tails. Right? That's what they say. And so from the girl's point of view, right, as a girl sitting here right now, that's gross. Okay? That's what girls think of that. Okay, so you had to be gross, and that's just boy stuff, you know? Right? And now even people are switching, right? Now some of the girls are made of frogs and snails and puppy dog tails, right? And some of the guys are made of, you know, sugar and spice and everything nice, you know? I like the traditional way though, but here's the bittersweetness of the traditional side. It's like, you know, guys are gross, you know, just like when a man is like sweaty and, you know, but at the same time, you want a man to be rugged and, you know, you want those moments of sweatiness because that's part of the manness of the man. And yeah, hello, if you're a girl and you like men or whatever, you know, we'll be gay later. We'll be gay later. Um, right. So you know more. Okay. So what they needed you to do was this was your earning. This is how you earned the 10 of cups. You had to earn it by paying this karma, by learning why it's necessary to put respect on the divine feminine's name. That's the other half of God. You know what I'm saying? So you don't disrespect any portion of God. That was an important lesson to learn. You know what I'm saying? That was important. And being in alignment with the spirit world, do what God tell you to do is important so that you can see the lines, what authority you have and what authority you don't have. Okay? They needed you to learn that. So the falling down and breaking your crown, you needed to do that so that you understand how to master your crown because you was born the emperor. You wasn't made the emperor. Do you understand? Bloodline legacy. You feel me? So that is why it was so critically important because you're the emperor. Nobody else is the emperor. You're the fucking emperor. So it's real important that they get your shit together. You know what I'm saying? It's real important that your head is on straight, master of the head. Expanded awareness of how do we do it here. Emotional health. Feel me? Making friends, mastering the emotional world. King of Cups. He is the master of himself emotionally. And he is adulting as well. Also, the case is closed. So that being in your feelings, over giving too much, holding back, not giving, all of that, out of whack emotional energy, we've grown from the experience of falling down and breaking our crown. That is what earns us the right. See what I'm saying? Because even though it's your bloodline legacy, even though it's your inheritance, we have to make sure there's a fit emperor on the throne. You have to be fit. We don't want you spoiled so that you become a tyrant. These are some of the possibilities with the emperor in this card. He could be a tyrant in that card, which is why these people gathered around can turn into spies, enemies, jealous people trying to unseat you and take your winnings, separate you from divine feminine so that you never come in to your full greatness. You dig what I'm saying? So you had to be made fit. And through this payment of this karma, you have been made fit. It's divine time. Top everything, you know it. Okay, fantastic. Let us move on. Right. God. Queen of Swords, God. Let's be clear, says the Queen of Swords. And really, the Queen of Swords, her voice in this particular sensation that I'm getting, her voice is superimposed inside God's voice. Like they're both talking simultaneously as one voice. Okay? This is what you see. Queen of Swords in the form of possibly divine feminine, right? Or certainly that principle, if it's not an actual human being. And with God superimposed on the same voice, speaking as one voice, let's be clear. Illumination, clear perception. Right. You a king already you know it. Let's be clear. Ten of Cups, Emperor. Meet your obligations and all will be well. Don't meet your obligations and all will not be well. All will be terrible. And your business will be on Front Street here. Illumination. Or you could be having a divine union of some sort. Not necessarily with any particular feminine, but whoever the feminine is, she will be divine because you've done the right thing. You've met your obligations. You've given. You've paid your karma. You've learned your lessons. You have self-mastery and authority over yourself. Now we're clear? Right. Because if you make divine feminine mad, you make God mad. Simple. Simple as that. Okay? Why? Okay, let's get deeper. Divine feminine is not just any woman. That's why. So this is not about you not being masculine or not being powerful or not being authoritative. This is you being so comfortable in your authority that you can give emotionally. See what I'm saying? Because you know better. You have self-mastery. You are running your empire. And you need somebody who can have your back. Strong. Strong. Because the emperor has powerful enemies. And many of them. You dig it? So you need a Michelle Obama in your life. When you're ready. When you're ready. No rush. Okay? When you're ready. Because you need to be ready when you fucking with a woman of this caliber. So don't make the divine feminine mad. Because she has the authority to unseat and reseat the head. She can make you fall down and break your crown because her word is bond. You dig what I'm saying? Bond. Okay? Her word is to the mother. Happy Mother's Day. Okay? And that's word to the mother, y'all. All right? Facts. Facts. Okay? Let's go into sudden change, sudden come up, put some respect on my name, respect for women's affairs. Learning from our lessons. And sudden gain in the marketplace if you're on the business floor. Doing what you love. Okay. Okay, part of that, let's say we're on the business floor, yeah, part of that is respect for women's affairs, because the marketplace, in that card they explain that the marketplace is an extension of the woman's life-giving powers. You dig what I'm saying? So respecting those principles will also help you in business. Okay? Turn on the charm, divine masculine. You know how to do it. It's the inconvenient truth. You might not feel always like doing the protocols. Let me give you an example. Okay, ladies, I'm not encouraging them to not be respectful, but I'm just saying I can understand from their point of view how some things can be inconvenient. Like, for instance, opening the door to let the woman out of the car, right? Especially some of us who grew up in the extreme modern world, in the last 20, 30 years, that may seem very old fashioned, and inconvenient. Like, come on, do I gotta walk all the way around the fucking car? She can clearly, the handle is right there, we can both pop out the car and just be on our way. Understood. Understood. Okay? You know, by modern terms. But think about who you would be to that woman. Just think about it like this. Who would you be to her if you were the guy who opens the door for her to get out of the car? Number one, where's she gonna find another one like that? That's number one. Right. So you top everything, it automatically you coming out on top. Automatically you ahead of everybody that's online. If there's a line of motherfuckers wrapped around the corner, you just got to the front of the line. Simple. Okay? So these are the little things that later on, when maybe she's flying off the hook, you know what I'm saying? Maybe she's kind of off-roading, and you got to pull her back to decency, and clarity. You dig it? At that moment, you can call her back to clarity. Why? Even though she's wielding a knife. Why can you successfully call her back to clarity? Because she knows she has to respect you. Because you're the emperor. Now, of course, you're making careful decisions. You've already vetted this woman and you know this is a divine feminine. Not you think, you know. Okay? Because I'm not talking about overgiving to the wrong bitch. That is not what I'm talking about. Okay? I'm talking about between you and divine feminine. You dealing with a divine feminine, this woman is going to respect you. Okay? And if you all, going out your way, everybody from the modern world knows that shit is inconvenient. You know what I mean? You making sure to take the extra time to walk all the way to the other side of the fucking car to let this woman hold her hand and lift her up like she can't fucking get out the car on her own. Do it. Do it. I'm telling you, you're going to instantly be at the front of the line. And she cannot easily leave your ass. Okay? I'm just saying. She cannot easily leave your ass because who's doing that? Who's taking the time to do it right? Who is fucking doing it right? That's why long live the king. Okay? Absolutely. So, right. So this loss, oh my God, lost love. That's what happens when you don't put respect on the divine feminine's name. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, divine masculine. But it looks like you learned your lesson. And it looks like also the ancestors are saying, that's all we wanted you to know. You know what I'm saying? That's what the creator is saying. Divine timing. The creator was like, "Oh, son, you wasn't staying up in these flames, roasting over the coals of hell. Oh no, you wasn't staying. No, no, no. That's never what this was about. No, 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 no. Whatever you've been going through, no, no, no. The creator's not saying. The creator went. See, the creator slaps the shit out of people. You gotta understand, okay? And it's not fun for anyone, for no one. Take it from me. I've been slapped by the creator before, more than once. Okay? It hurts. It's painful. Okay? Take it from me. And I know as guys, y'all deal with a lot more slaps upside the head. You know what I'm saying? Just generally speaking. I mean, women have different difficulties we're dealing with. Generally, people try not to give us slapping energy, even though every woman runs into slapping energy at least once or twice in a lifetime, whether it's psychic slapping, emotional slapping, psychological slapping, or physical slapping, right? But guys run into slapping a lot more often, what I'm saying? That energy, of like thwack upside your head, like that energy, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like the creator is trying to say and acknowledge, yes, yes, son, that was me. I'm the one who slapped you upside the head. Yes. When you was roasting over the coals of hell, yeah. I told the devil to roast you over the coals of hell. Actually, I didn't have to tell the devil because he's already pre-programmed to do such. But I exposed you to this for a very special reason. Okay? And that was just so that you could get your head on straight about, let's be clear. The divine feminine speaks with my voice. Okay? The divine feminine speaks from her perspective because the creator created her perspective. The divine feminine didn't create herself, even though she's the creator here. She's the, little creator on the planet and everything. But she didn't create herself. I jumped it off. I jumped off the whole divine masculine, divine feminine thing. I did that. You know what I'm saying? So, so maybe you felt like, oh no, because I know men feel like, oh no, this woman is trying to manipulate me. She just wants to get what she wants, or, right? Because trusting women and that whole thing, like that's popular where men don't trust women, right? Because there's some very fucking crazy women out there, right? Okay, cool. So men are suspicious. So that's why the creator is saying you have to be discerning with that energy. We want you to be careful. We want you to be thoughtful, to have the jaundiced eye, to look critically, to assess. We want you to do that. But be careful how you handle the divine feminine. She came because I told her, she's your counterpart. You don't disrespect her. Even if you're walking away from her, you walk away gently. Okay? You walk away fucking gently is what you do. Because if you don't, loss, karma, the reseating of the head, stormy weather, your life being torn apart. Okay? So that's not about, oh, divine feminine, do what I say, as the human, do what I say, oh, I told you, you ain't doing what I said. No, the creator's saying, no, she's my messenger. No, you're actually doing what I say. It's not about what she say. She's just my voice box. She's saying what I tell her to fucking say. And so you need to do what I tell you to fucking do. See how y'all are counterparts? You work for me, is what the creator is saying. You both work for me. Both of you motherfuckers. You dig what I'm saying? So don't be mad at her or, whatever, looking at her funny. Right? Right. Right. And when you do the right thing, she don't have no choice but to respect you because you're the king. You're the emperor. And if she doesn't respect you, you need to consider whether or not you're dealing with a divine feminine. That's very serious, y'all. Look here. Thinker guy. See? See? Overthinking about the inconvenience. I get self-sabotage. Yeah. You fucking it up for yourself or whoever's doing that. And whenever you do that, it ends up fucking it up for yourself. And see, then you're putting karma in the middle. You're inserting karma. Right? Which means you can't get to your 10 of cups. You can't get to your divine feminine. You can't get to doing what you love and making money from it. You can't get to stability. You can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't do what you feel like doing because you're the master of yourself, master of your domain. All of that is taken away from you when you don't respect your counterpart or the principles of the counterpart, because it doesn't, again, have to be a particular woman. You might be a single man or a single divine masculine. You know what I'm saying? So it's not about being with the divine feminine. Like, that's not what makes you divine. It's God that makes you divine. See what I'm saying? Divine feminine is another representative, just like you are a representative. So, you know what I mean? So just like you could be a divine masculine and your mother could be a divine feminine, that doesn't mean that you're supposed to be together romantically. So you see what I'm saying? Every divine feminine and divine masculine is not necessarily supposed to be together romantically, but it's a code of conduct. It's a level and a caliber of authority. You know, it's the way you conduct yourself inside and outside that makes you a divine feminine or masculine. You see what I'm saying? So when you have divine feminines in your life, no matter what your relationship is to those divine feminines, this is the obligation to treat them with care and respect. If your sister is a divine feminine, if your daughter is a divine feminine, whoever, the lady in the store is a divine feminine, whoever. That is the code of protocol of how you treat any divine feminine, you know? And then how you treat a woman, you are free to respect women, respect for women's affairs. You know, you might not give her all of you, but still remain a gentleman because that's your obligation as divine masculine between you and God. Has nothing to do with that lady. Has nothing to do with that lady. You be a gentleman because you're a gentleman, whether this bitch is standing there or not. Do you feel me? You be the man because you're the man, not because you have a divine feminine. See what I'm saying? You both have to be whole within yourselves, and you both have to be in good relationship and in good standing with God and the ancestors and your bloodline. Otherwise, you'd be all in your head overthinking it instead of just doing the right thing and keeping your own life simple. Just do the right thing. Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of blockages that come when there's disrespect. You know, so it might be inconvenient, but it's worth the trouble because it'll save you trouble ultimately, you know, and it'll give you privilege when you need it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so you may not be interested always in. Oh, okay, yeah. You may have some resentment. Okay, I'm gonna say resentment. You may have some resentment about respecting divine feminine or respecting women. You might have some resentment because of the difficulty, because you feel that they're being difficult, maybe, or they're making something more than what it has to be, or you know, like the opening the car door uh, example. You know, like it could just be simple, and we could just both get out the car and just both move on with our life and just go to the restaurant or wherever the fuck we going, you know, and just keep it pushing. You know, it ain't got to be a big issue. You know what I mean? But taking that little extra time and putting in that little extra thought is what's going to get you privileges down the road. You know what I'm saying? Later on that day, you know, you might be able to call in some of those privileges, you know? And when it's time for her to think of your well being without you having to ask, boom, she's there, you know, on game night with the slider cheeseburgers, you know, for you and all your boys. You know, she finds a way to, you know, set everything up so y'all can take care of yourself, you know, whatever, the beers, the sodas, the whatever you're into, you know, hook it up for the boys and leave y'all in the man cave and leave y'all the fuck alone and go, you know, get her nails done or something, or go chill and watch her show, or go, you know, film some YouTube videos or whatever she's into. You know what I'm saying? And you didn't even have to ask. You was about to just sit there and have some beers with your boys and just watch the game. You wasn't even thinking about no sliders and chips and hot dogs, and you know, she done hooked your shit up. You ain't even have to ask. You see what I'm saying? It's shit like that. You know? Shit like that. So that's why you go the extra mile and you bring yourself up out of these karmic situations and rise to the level of your kingship. Here, Excalibur, he's the king. King of Swords, okay? Strategy guy. And then walking through the fire, okay? So you might be frustrated by always having to figure out how to walk through the fire. But putting respect on the feminine's name is how you make sure you don't have to worry about walking through fire. Because you'll be so liquefied and drenched in love from God, from yourself, from the divine feminine, that you won't even feel them fires. Yeah, the fires are not going nowhere. Yeah, the fiery crossroads, that's not going to stop. You're going to keep having to walk through fire because that's welcome to earth. That's why. Okay? Lots of inconvenient truths here. Okay? And as the emperor, you got to face lots of inconvenient truths through the course of your lifetime. But when you're drenched in this liquidy, watery insulation of God's love, of the ancestors' love, of your own love for yourself, of the divine feminine's love, you won't even feel them fires. You won't even feel them. Them fires will go right down. Okay? Absolutely, because you have the power and authority. You have the thinking skills. You know how to take power, take control of a situation and turn it into your favor. I think that happened in Divine Feminine's video too. Okay? And for that, in Divine Feminine's video, they was just like, oh, girl, you so fabulous. In this one, they're like, hey, man, you made it. That's the sensation I'm getting. You made it, man. It's over. It's over, baby. You ain't got to do that no more. You ain't got to do that. It's all over. Okay? That's so I feel like they're congratulating you because you made it. Okay? But it's not official yet. You have some actions to perform. Okay? Right here in the temperance card. Look like some actions to perform. Formalities. Nothing, no heavy lifting. Certainly no burning and roasting over the coals of hell. Because mercy and grace of safe passage, moving obstacles through the power of the word. Removing obstacles through the power of the word. Sorry. The sun is getting super bright over there. And the mercy and grace of safe passage. So you're on your way somewhere, and they're essentially letting you free to do that, to go on your path. All right, so let's find out about that final pillar right there. Doing what thou wilt, doing what you and only you can do. Walking a clear road, a clear path, guided by the spirits. Listen, 2 times. Okay? 2 times. Surrendering to the superior strength of the spirit, guided by the spirit, leaning on the spirit. This is my strength card in my deck. Major Arcana, Major Arcana. You have now effectively plugged into the spirit world, my friend. Proud of you. You made it. You made it. Okay? I can't believe we made it. Hey, this is what we're thankful for. Okay, so you about to see the crowd go apeshit, look like here. I suspect when you come into union with the divine feminine, there's going to be some fireworks on the planet Earth. Chances are we'll be feeling the signs of it and seeing the signs of it, even in the whole world, in what we see coming on the news, the kind of things we hear about happening around the world, like, you know what I'm saying? The divine masculines and feminines coming together, that shit is going to change the world. How much you want to bet? You heard it here first, okay? Yeah, I said, listen, I looked at the card, but I didn't pay no mind to the card. But you know what? Big impact. Big message. Movement. Huge movement. Okay? Absolutely. Cosmic UPS. Okay? Bursting free of limiting beliefs. You can do this. Is what they say. You got this, baby. You can do this. The road is clear. We got your back. That's what the spirit said. When you doing the right thing, we got your motherfucking back. We'll take you anywhere you want to go. Okay? That's the boat is up in there. Cosmic UPS, they do shipping. Okay? Yeah. They get you wherever you're going. Here's another ship. Some movement is going on. That's right. That's right. It's the dead. Death card. Death card. Spirits. Spirits. Spirit. Come on, y'all. Come on. Spirit. Come on. Come on. Spirit. What you want? What you want? Spirit. And I'm done. And I'm done. All right. Fantastic. Listen. The dead got your back. That's what they said. Mercy and grace of safe passage. Guided by the Spirit. Leaning on the Spirit. Movement. This is from one ancestor to the next ancestor. From one eon to the next eon. From one thought process to the next thought process. From one reality to the next reality. What you want? Where you want to go? Divine masculine. Huh? You know every emperor got to have a fleet of ships. That's your fleet. That's your fleet. Looking at you like, hey, king. The king is here. Where we going, the king? Okay? Absolutely. I said, we got your back, baby. We got your back. Look, Empress, how you doing? How you doing? Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Death of the ego. Yeah. It says surrender to us. You won't need your ego where you're going. Okay? Because what the ego is a protective element. It's a protective component. Okay? So it's like a sword. You don't just carry around a sword just casually. You know, I'm going to Cold Stone Creamery and I got a knife in my hand. Yeah, we're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to be on guard like that all the time. Now that you're walking a divine path, now that you're on your divine path, you don't have to be on guard like that because now you have an army. What you thought was going to happen, Emperor? You thought you was emperor by yourself in the kingdom? Not at all. You have an army. Mm-hmm. That's why you ain't. Now, keep your knife on you. That's not what I'm saying. Okay? Keep your knife on just in case some punks jump up and they got to get beat down, you know, but beyond that, you can put it, you know, in the sheath. You can sheath your sword here because you won't need your ego because you simply are going to be the emperor. You don't need to puff up for that. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It's like, side note, and shout out to the dudes with small penises, but dudes with big penises, I'm talking to you right now. What I have noticed and observed, side note, about dudes with big penises is this. They be calm. They don't do none of this penis measuring stuff that we be seeing men do. Ladies, when you see men penis measuring, it's a good chance they have small penises. Just saying. Okay? Just saying. Side note. All right? And that's no shade or hate to the small penis guys, okay? Because you can get it done. I believe in you. All right? You can get it done. But here's the thing, though. I do notice, you know, that it kind of comes across in your attitude a little bit, you know? So you might want to watch that sort of thing. You might want to watch that. Um, Dudes with big penises be calm as hell about the fact that they have a big penis. You know, like whatever, the ways that people measure things, they don't be worried about it. I could go further, but I'm not going to because this is a public reading. Okay, so, but anyhow, the point being, I find they're a lot calmer, you know, so calm down, okay, because you about to be doing some big penis shit, okay? Even if you have a small penis, shout out to the guys with the small penises. You about to do some big penis shit. Look like here. Okay? No one has to know your private business. See, that's another thing. If you're dealing with a divine feminine, she keep your secret. Mm-hmm. Everybody be thinking you got a big dick. Excuse my language, but hello, happy Mother's Day. Okay, I'm just saying. All right. So here it looks like back to the reading. Thank you for listening. Um, you got a message you want to send to the divine feminine? Unless you're with your divine feminine. If you're with your divine feminine, she might also have a message to send to you. That might be a possibility. It might be something that you don't want to send a message, but she does. But that's chances are y'all are together already if that's true. If y'all are not together, chances are you want to send her a message, right? Or move toward her in some way or make some sort of impact on her. That's you know, you want to travel towards her. Look like here with a death of the ego type of thing, because it looks like she's already in her death of the ego. Because this is not Oshun. Oshun is when she's in her ego, but her ego is divine. This, she's not in her ego because she got her veil on. So it's like you're going toward that energy, even if that's not a person. You're going toward that energy, that calm, you know, where the people around you are loving, the people around you are, you know, devoted, you know, like they're real decent people, you know, that sort of thing. Or you're going towards divine feminine. Right. Justice. I know that's right. Amen. Using words to remove obstacles. Okay, you want to do some justice here. Okay, I get the sensation you trying to put some respect on her name here in this move right here. Okay, you want to say something so maybe that she bursts free from some limiting beliefs. Quite possibly. I get admission. I get confession. I get um, possibly proposal because listen, I'm sorry if I'm giving up your fucking goods, but I am a professional tarot reader for a living, so please forgive me. Okay, I gotta tell people what I'm looking at, and so otherwise I will have nothing to say. So she's the wife, is my point. So and then with the Justice card, this could possibly be proposal energy, especially with the death of the ego, because that's a traditional moment, right? Where a man, like by him getting on his knee, you know, even though everybody doesn't propose that way, but that particular move represents a man surrendering his ego. That's what that move means, and that's why it's so significant for a woman to receive that from a man, is because that's significant for a man to do. You know what I mean? So it hasn't really been explained to us quite that way, but that's essentially what's happening there. He's surrendering his ego, or that's certainly the gesture. Okay, even though we know that doesn't always happen in actuality in real life, but that's the gesture. That's what that gesture means. So yeah, wife energy, more wife energy. hmm hmm So yeah, justice, balance. Also, she requires loyalty and trust. This one, faithfulness and devotion. So you see the theme there? All right. See that theme? And the ancestors are saying, we'll give you the right words to say if you stick with us. If you're doing the right thing for the right reasons, stick with us. We'll give you the right words. We'll give you all of the right moves. My dance card, doing the right thing, making the right moves. We'll give you the right moves. Okay? And that's why you're going to get the mercy and grace of safe passage, because we helped you and you allowed that. You know, walking your own path, doing what thou wilt, doing what you and only you can do, guided by the Spirit. See what I'm saying? So your will is intact. And that is why you don't need that ego. You have authority. You don't have to act like you have authority. You have authority. You don't have to act like you big and bad. You big and bad. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to front like you the man. You the man. Simple. So you don't need an ego. It's simple. You get what I'm saying? All right, great. So let's find out a little bit more about this divine timing, and then we'll wrap it. Right. Yeah, you thugged it out. Right. Now it's time for a new beginning. Make your dreams come true. Protect what matters most. Commitment. Favorable outcome. Oh, I know you like that, divine masculine. I know you like that. Bam, I'm going to leave it right there, baby. I'm going to leave it right there. Mutual ecstasy. I'm going to leave it right there. All right. I hope that message helps somebody out there. I really do. For a person, get in contact with me, would you? All right, my information is down below for more deep ass readings where we see, yeah, you was roasting over the coals of hell. All right, but it wasn't because you were supposed to permanently be roasting over the coals of hell. That's not where we were going with this. Okay, it's divine timing. Okay, you the king. It's your time. Okay, the king already. All right, fantastic. I'll see you again here soon. Divine masculine behind the black veil.